You know that video that I was talking about how, as a queer uncle, I'm basically pivotal right now. Not probably not for long, but I'm basically needed right now for my sister. It got me thinking about how this is going to go off on a lot of tangents. Okay, so when I was a kid, I was raised Roman Catholic, unfortunately. The queerest kid in the family being raised Roman Catholic. Yeah, it didn't work out well, but I do remember this one priest, Father Felix. Father Felix, he's long dead now, but when he was asked about queer people, and I remember this, and I had a looking back. Mm-hmm, it's not it wasn't me, but somebody did ask about queer people, and I was perking up because I had just learned about lesbians, and I was pretty sure I was one. And so somebody asked, well, what about gay people? Didn't God create them? Why did God create them if they're sorry, I'm cat sitting. If they're an abomination, right? Well, his answer, Father Felix's answer was, sorry, he's just only he misses his mother. Father Felix's answer was, well, not everyone should have children, and those that are made homosexual were made to be servants for the church, and that way you can guide children that way. And you can take this. He's orange, so what do you expect? You can take this as a double-edged sword. He could have meant that they go into the ministry to prey on kids. But Father Felix never preyed on kids, and I know this because he had ample opportunity to prey on me, and he didn't. He could have, but he didn't. I'm talking. Not everything is about your orange ass. Okay, I'm going to pet him while I talk, so if my arm is moving, it's just because I'm petting this guy, so he'll shut up so I can talk. Jesus. So I was just thinking about that, and I've noticed that when it comes to like children and things like that, the older I get, like we've had children in our lives now, in my life now for 6 years, yeah, and it's been an interesting 6 years. It's been long. It's been arduous. It's been awesome. It's been fantastic. It's been a learning experience. I hate my hair today. I'm sorry. I hate it. I hate how it looks. I hate how it's shaped. I hate my hair today. So just if it looks stupid to you too, you're not alone. I fucking hate it too. But so it got me thinking, like, and I was reading a book about it, and the yellow wallpaper. I'm reading the story, an unnatural mother, and this got me thinking, like, if there is a God, and if which I don't believe, but if there is some kind of divine force that does create and dictate people's lives the way that everybody says that it does, then in that theory, wouldn't it make sense for that divine power to make people who didn't want children, not necessarily queer people, but just in general, like, there are straight cis couples that don't have children, and that's okay too. Like, lots of cis straight couples do not have children. Lots of cis straight thruples don't have children. That's okay too. And it just made me wonder, like, what if, and if there is a divine plan, what if those parentless people were meant to help the parents in their family? Because my sister said this very cliched phrase, it takes a village. And this was last year during her appendicitis. And we had to help take care of her and her kids. And it was a lot, but it was fun. It was good. I'm glad we did it. And that especially got me thinking, like, if there is a creational thing, why wouldn't you assume that gay people are not abominations? We're not trying to prey on your kids. Ew, gross. We're trying to help your kids. We're not trying to prey on them so we can have fucking sex with them. Gross. They're kids. I'm sorry. The only person who thinks that kids are attractive are Catholic priests and American politicians, specifically presidents. But that's a different topic for another day. Anyway, I'm just saying, like, it does take a village, and there used to be communal families like that, where you would have, like, a family in a house, and it would just be generational, and I know that the old ways are not necessarily great, but, like, sorry, he's still here. But, like, sorry. It's time for a Toby break. Toby the orange cat. Yeah, you can tell I'm autistic. I get distracted easy. So what? And if that is the case, then why do you see gay people as abominations instead of actual child predators? Why do you dismiss the child predators who give you spiritual advice, but ignore the queer people in your life who are actually more spiritually in tune, and more Christ-like than those priests could ever be? Why can't that be so? And like, by the way, queer people do have kids. Queer people, gay couples, queer couples, trans couples have kids. We do have kids. Like, I'm sorry, my little sister, my baby sister, she had a hard go of it. I don't know all the specifics, and I'm not going to air her dirty laundry on this video, but like, I know she's been through a lot, and she finally met the love of her life, and they're engaged, and they're going to have kids, and I'm so excited, and I can't wait, and I want to see them born so bad. I want to see them get married, and you know what sucks? My sister's own mother won't show up to the wedding because she has that thing, that stupid Catholic dumbass thing, the wrong Catholic thing, in which she was told that gay people are abominations, not servants of Christ. And I just think of how different my life would have been if I had been told, like I was told I was an abomination. But by Father Felix, he corrected that. He said, no, gay people aren't abominations. They're servants of Christ. And they're drawn to be servants of Christ to help families and help kids and help those in need. Not to prey on kids. He wasn't that. I'm sure that priests do use that excuse, like, oh, I'm gay. But no, really, no, it's because you're a pedophile and you need segregation, medical help, and you need to be away from children and minors and all minors. But like, to abandon your daughter on her wedding, your eldest daughter on her wedding day, to the love of her life after decades of pain and suffering and struggling to identify with who she is because of her religion, she finally finds the woman of her dreams. She finally finds peace within her religion. And her mother rejects her no less. And that's what's disgusting to me. Like, that my mom has her flaws, but she still accepts that I'm the queer fucking faggot that I am. You know, mostly. And why can't Catholics and Christians just see us that way? Why? And like, and if not, like, why can't you just see that we're just human beings, just like you? We want families, we want kids, we want love, we want all that good stuff. We want to be accepted. We want everything you do, and take everything that you take for granted that we do not get. I say we, but I've actually been pretty lucky. I'm mostly talking about like people who aren't as lucky as me. I know I'm lucky. I'm fucking lucky when it comes to me and my identity. But like, I just think about my little sister, and I think about her mother, and I just think about Catholicism and Christianity and stuff like that, and I'm like, why can't these religions grow up? Why can't they just grow up? And I guess I'm going back to my roots, my anti-religion roots, except I'm not anti-religion anymore. I'm not anti-spirituality. I'm anti-organized religions telling people how to live their lives in detriment to those lives being lived. If that doesn't make sense, basically what I'm saying is, I don't like religions that tell people what to do. That hurts, and those instructions hurt them. If it's a religion that doesn't accept you for how your God created you, it's not the religion for you. Like, I'm sorry, there are better religions. There are tons of religions that are better than Christianity. Like, I could invent one right now that's better than Christianity. But anyway, 10 minutes of rambling about this. I'm just trying to say, it's not that simple, I know. But I just wish that there had been more Father Felixes. And I wish that priests were Father Felix. And if he was a gay man, not a pedophile, like probably the rest of his people were, but if he was actually a gay man and he was forced to be in the closet and a servant of God, and I'm glad that he became a servant of God, because he was the servant I needed for myself, for my journey. And like, I didn't get confirmed when I was 14. And part of that was my queer identity. I came out as a lesbian. Yeah. And part of that was like, just like, I can't do this anymore. But I remember feeling guilty because I remembered Father Felix. And I know he's gone now. But I wish I'd been able to thank him for what he said. Because even if it wasn't necessarily true to what his religion subscribed to necessarily, it was definitely true for the 13/14-year-old Envy who was trying to figure shit out desperately and who needed to hear that they weren't a monster. And I remember my first confession with him. And he was so kind. I think he was gay. I really do. I'm not trying to like slander him, or if this, like, Father Felix, his family somehow gets a hold of this. I didn't even mention the congregation he was part of, but like, I want you to know I really loved him. He was a really good person. He really was. And he made a difference to a lot of people. A lot of people. And I just think it's important to get that out there. And like, I know that right now religion is destroying the world. It's making claims awful. There is no separation of church and state in America right now, or in Britain, or pretty much in a lot of the world, in the so-called Western world, developed nations, my ass. But like, I guess what I'm trying to say is, if you are Catholic and you're wondering and you're looking for some advice, I'm going to give you the advice that a long dead priest gave me. And if you're confused and you don't know what to do, pray and just think about it. Like, this is not me announcing I'm back in Christianity. God, no. I will never be Christian again. Ever. Never, ever. And this is not me saying I believe in the Christian Abrahamic God. I do not. Ever. I think he was a creation of angry misogynists. And I think that, especially with the mistranslations of the King James Bible, I think the continuous subscription to that ancient bullshit text is destroying our world, slowly but surely. And we need to move on from that. It is one thing to enjoy a book of fairy tales and get some inspiration from them, and it's another thing to enjoy historical fiction, which is what it is. It's fairy tales and historical fiction, guys. I'm sorry. It is. Maybe a little bit of biography, but not autobiography, nothing like that. And it's okay. It's just like Grimm's fairy tales, or like epic Greek myths and Roman myths and shit like that. Just look at it like that, you know? Like, being gay is not an abomination. And if you're still struggling with your religion, just see yourself as someone who was chosen to serve your God. You know, to help people in the same situation as you, growing up, confused, needing guidance. That's what you're for. You're not there to prey on them. You're not there to manipulate them or brainwash them. You're there to guide them and let them know that, you're not alone. Because queer kids exist. Queer kids exist. Trans kids exist. Everybody thinks that they're brainwashed into it, but it doesn't make sense, because I was brainwashed into cishet bullshit all of my life, to the point where I thought I had wanted that. It was so ingrained in my brain that I had internalized homophobia. Oh, I was one of those kids that say, that's gay, that's gay, that's gay. Absolutely I did. With no irony. And then that summer when I was 14, I read that article in Teen Magazine about being a lesbian. And that was it. That was it. I'm like, oh God. Oh God. Oh fuck. And then the closet opened and little Gaby me came out. And I don't regret that. I do regret the person I came out to. And but I had to come out to somebody. She was there. It was her magazine, whatever. And I also want you to know, look at me. see this? All this? Okay. 35 years ago, I was one of the most bullied kids in the planet. I swear. From day one, I was bullied. I would react to it by stealing. I would react to it by crying. I would react to it by having severe stomach aches due to stress. And it just happened all my life. I would have pseudo friends, and then when I didn't serve them anymore, just like the rest of my life, they would ditch me. They were leeches, pretty much. I would have all of the creative ideas, and they would just suck onto me. And then if the ideas ran out, fuck me. And I know kids are cruel and dicks, but like they acted the same way when they were teenagers too. So like these so-called friends did not really like me. And I, to this day, the only person that I talk to from high school is my spouse. Like I did have a friend from high school left, but well, their friend got a little rapey with me, and then not like physically, but verbally. And then when I stopped going, she sent me this text message about how trans people are all deluded because it's a conspiracy to trans the kids, especially kids who are ADHD. And I had just come out as autistic and non-binary. And that's a pretty good way to end a 20-year friendship. But that's what happened. You can't depend on people that you know forever sometimes. God, this is a rambling video. I should probably get going soon too. I guess what I'm trying to say is that you just leave gay people alone. Obviously, we're created for a reason. We are in nature. There are gay animals. There are queer animals. There are fucking trans animals. And no, I don't mean furries, although furries are pretty damn cool. I'm not a furry myself, but I respect the furry community, except for the Nazi part. I respect the furry community 100%, dog. Pun intended. But yeah, that's my thoughts. And that's a bit of background for me. And yeah, I was like bullied up that asshole, and I am here. Like, oh yeah, look at me. That's what I was trying to get to. Like, someone like me, you see my face, you see my teeth, right? My nice shark teeth. You see my weight, my hair, all of that, my sweat, my freckles, my acne, my big nose, all that stuff was there when I was a kid. Well, no, I wasn't fat until high school. I started getting fat when I stopped growing, and I started being able to control my own diet, and I actually got enough to eat for a change instead of being starved half the time. Yeah. And that's why I'm fat, because I actually eat. And I happen to just have a penchant for weight. It runs in the family. That's okay. And, but I'm married. Like, that ring there, I got the year after my life fell apart. 2011. The year after my life fell apart. And yeah, there is hope, is what I'm trying to say. I know there was that huge thing that came out in the teens about it gets better. And I know it's cliche, and I know you've heard it 1,000 times, especially if you are a gay Catholic or a gay Christian or a queer Catholic or a queer Christian, trans, etc. Whatever you are, that's not cis or het. Like, it does get better. School is not reality. Those people that you're forced to be with don't matter. They don't. You'll never see them again. Or if you do, you don't have to talk to them or react to them. That's great. You don't even have to look at them. You can just give them the finger and move on, especially if they bullied you. It's fantastic. Do you know how many people I flipped off that I remember from high school? And the problem is, more people knew me than I knew them. So that's what the problem with being a notorious bullyee is, that people know you, but you don't know who the fuck they are. Like, in a way, I was popular because people knew me, but not in the popular that you would think. Anyway, I'm going to shut this video up now. But I'm just trying to say is that if you're being bullied, it does get better. And if you are Catholic and Christian and you're queer and you're struggling, it gets better too. I love you.